What would Cassie do?
I miss research, and science, and discoveries, and news. You should have arrived a few years back.
Ah, the one from
Vault
outside.
sure was something.
How's the storm?
You know, before the
Miss
accident.
research, and science, and discoveries, and news. Screw it. I miss how it was before.
Been expecting you. James T. Oberlin, Chief of Security, Vault 63. Formerly United States Army. Ordinarily, an outsider would report directly to the security offices. But as you've seen, Mr. Stoltz isn't fond of ordinary. How exactly did you end up on our doorstep, outsider? And you were able to dispose of them. Interesting. Must mean you have some combat training. That could be helpful. Well, considering I'm entirely lacking any sort of credentials or background on you, perhaps you can fill me in on your history.
We felt the whole vault shaking a while back.
At least you're honest.
Security said it was nothing.
Mr. Stoltz buzzed me ahead of your arrival and filled me in on the situation. Sorry for the test, but wanted to see how you'd present yourself. I appreciate your attempt to take this seriously, but I won't say I don't have my doubts. Let's see how this plays out, though. Here's my status report for Mr. Stoltz. You're dismissed, unless you have other questions. Fine. It's only fair that you're briefed on our situation. Our facility houses a large-scale weather control device. Some decades ago, an accident rendered it inoperable. However, a recent event has led to its reactivation. With that, we have the storm, along with other unexpected outcomes. One of our top priorities is bringing it back under our control. I'm afraid that's outside your clearance level. Classified.
You should have arrived a few years back.
63's construction had fallen behind due to its lofty and ambitious size. This left our population exposed to extreme levels of radioactive fallout after the bombs fell. Those of us that survived the exposure ended up like this. But working with us so-called ghouls won't be a problem, will it? Understood. Anything else? Our former friends, family, neighbors. An accident some decade back led to their creation.
Supplies are starting.
Their condition is irreversible. Beyond that, I'll leave it to Mr. Stoltz's discretion on further details. Just know, they will kill you on sight without mercy. Communication is impossible. Do not hesitate to strike first. Fine. We believe they possess the ability to channel electricity from the storm, though we're still not sure how. Perhaps consider rubber gloves next time you want to shake their hands. Again, the rest is classified. That is correct to a degree. Mr. Stoltz had been afflicted during the same accident that created the Lost. However, he retains his sanity and his ability to communicate. Well, retain sanity is perhaps a bit. Actually, I apologize. This isn't water cooler gossip. I believe I've answered your question. Mr. Stoltz can explain the rest.
Just to get a breath of barely fresh air.
That's fine. What is it? Good. Is there a reason you're loitering in my office?
There was a landslide around the mansion? I wonder how that happened. We felt the whole vault shaking a while back. Security said it was nothing to worry about, though.
Been a long time since we had a good community gathering around here.
Don't you be starting to change things up around here. We got a system and it works, damn it.
It's a shame we don't have the workforce to spruce this place up a little. I miss research and science and discoveries.
Seeing someone do so much good around here.
Screw it. I
It's
miss how it was
refreshing.
before.
Would there be sound if a tree fell with no one around?
It's a shame we don't have the workforce to spruce this place up a little.
I miss research and science and discoveries.
What if we go back to the surface and
Screw
nobody
it.
wants to know
I miss
us
how it
because
was
of our,
before.
you know, condition.
You reckon that storm is gonna get worse? Better.
It's a shame we don't have the workforce.
Are there many
spruce
like
this
us
place
out
up
there?
a little.
You know, with the skin?
There was a landslide around the mansion? I wonder how that happened.
I'm tired of all the red tape and security checks just to get a breath of barely fresh air. Ah, the one from outside. How's the storm?
Speak for yourself. I'm glad to be away from the weather machine. Made my skin itchy.
It's a shame we don't have the workforce to spruce this place up a little.
Oberlin is swamped lately, especially after the last scout run. It's no wonder things are starting to fall apart.
Vault 63 has lasted this long. No reason to think it won't keep lasting. What brings you back in here?
Do you think we should bring our concerns to the Overseer?
There was a landslide around the mansion? I wonder how that happened.
Right, Hugo. Keep it together. You are a Stolz. Act like it. Be proud. Would there be sound if a tree fell with no one around?
You have beautiful skin. It's unsettling.
Been a long time since we had a good community gathering around here.
Never mind that. Have you heard? There's been contact from the outside.
Need something? You should have arrived a few years back. The old vault sure was
You have beautiful skin.
before the accident.
It's unsettling.
Don't you be starting to change things up around here. We got a system and it works, damn it.
We felt the whole vault shaking a while back. Security said it was nothing to worry about, though.
Would there be sound if a tree fell with no one around? Right, Hugo. Keep it together. You are a Stolz. Act like it. Be proud. Ah, you've returned. I've just been thinking on some things. Yes, that. Don't worry about that now. I have a question for you. Tell me, are we our
We
brains?
felt the whole vault shaking a while back. Security said it was nothing to worry about, though.
Yes, precisely. But is that not just scratching the surface? Consciousness, perception, encoding and the formation of memories. To take the observable world and sculpt from it a translation of ourselves, of others. And in the eyes of others, how many versions of us exist? Of course. We've only just met. I apologize. You have the spirit of an old friend about you. I've forgotten there's much new ground to tread between us. I may have failed to mention this before, but I am or was blind. Born that way. After the incident that left me in this state, I became able to truly see the world. Well, perhaps it's more accurate to say, I feel the world. Pulses of electricity, waves bending and refracting, gentle hums of life vibrating shapes into being. This world I see, I share it with the lost. I live as they do, yet I remain myself. Perhaps more myself than I was before. But others were lost to it, and to us. Friends, colleagues, loved ones. When they witness this world, they're minded. Well, I suppose I cannot explain what their mind perceives, just as one could never explain sight to me before. We have been trying to learn why this connection was permanently severed between us. Desperately so.
Vault 63 has lasted this.
A scientist,
No
are
reason to
you?
think it won't keep lasting.
Just like my Audrey and little Hilda. We are unsure of why, but we suspect that my condition may have mutated differently than others. Perhaps it was my proximity to... Oh, never mind, B. This sort of talk is dreadfully boring. All of this is to say we need your help, my friend. There are many problems at our feet, and you are uniquely equipped to help us.
Tape and security checks just to get a breath of barely fresh air.
Thank you. That truly means the world to me. Let's discuss next steps. There's 2 sets of investigations I'd have you undertake. Your new friend Oberlin can fill you in on one, and I'd be happy to walk you through the other. Take a moment to relax and process. Speak with either of us when you're ready to hear the details. And once again, I cannot contain my excitement in having you on board. Willkommen im Team, mein Freund. The early bird catches the worm.